welcome to another episode in our video diary series. I'm Henry Higgins and I'm also in dire need of a trim and a shave. But we're back after a bit of a hiatus, and I'm sorry to say over the Christmas, New Year holiday period I've taken a few weeks off from the DDP Yoga and everything else as well. And unfortunately, weight has been put back on. Certain stiffnesses have started to reappear, but nowhere near what they were before. So it's definitely not back to square one, but it's definitely been a few steps back. That's entirely on me. So starting from tomorrow, we are getting back into it. The focus is going to be less on weight. I seem to have had almost a tunnel vision like viewpoint of its weight, and even when there were improvements in flexibility and improvements with how my clothes were fitting and everything else, weight was the focal point, and it was almost putting those to one side. So going forward, we aren't going to focus on weight, we aren't going to focus on how many pounds have been lost this week, this month. We are simply going to focus on overall well-being and overall health. And I'm looking forward to getting started. I have revamped the bespoke DDP Yoga workout. So there has been some exercises added there, some tweaked, some taken out. So we'll see how that goes, just to jazz things up a bit. But I am very confident that this year we are going to see some marked improvements, some continued improvements. The diet has been revamped as well. I've essentially eliminated bread from the equation, drinking 2 pints of semi-skimmed milk every morning. That sets me up for the day. And yeah, I'm very confident that things are going to progress and things are going to improve. I've been galvanized and re-energized by seeing so many fantastic videos on the various DDP Yoga social media outlets of people starting their journey, continuing their journey, reaching a point in their journey where they are inspiring others to follow suit. And I'm hoping that my journey will eventually join that canon. So from tomorrow, it's back on the saddle, getting things in gear, getting motivated. I'm still working from home, so I'm going to switch things around where I'm actually going to get up an hour earlier than I normally would and do the yoga before the working day rather than after the working day. Because I found for some reason working from home, when I finish and I come in, I just want to relax because I've been stuck in the house all day and I just don't want to do anything. Whereas when I was working from the office and coming home, it was get in the house and then it was just do the DDP Yoga, and it seemed to work better. So from tomorrow, it's going to be up an hour earlier, do the yoga first thing in the morning, have breakfast, have a good working day, and then relax in the evening. That's going to be the plan. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it will work better than it has before, because while there were results, they were not to the caliber I was hoping for. So we'll see how things go, and I'll update you next week on the progress. As mentioned, I am still working from home. That's become the normal now. It's going well. The only aspect, and I've mentioned this in videos before, the only aspect missing is the lack of personal interactions. Speaking to people over video chat and conference calls, it's not the same as obviously being there in person. And I'm hoping that once the vaccines, because the vaccines have started going out, once the vaccine has become more widespread across the country, lockdowns can cease, and then it will be an option of working from home or in the office rather than a mandate based on the current pandemic. I'm still going to be angling to work from home more regularly when that happens. Either 3 weeks in a month and have a 1 week in the office, or 3-4 days of the week and 1 day a week in the office. We'll see how that goes. Because I am enjoying working from home. I feel I get more done just by proxy of being able to focus on what is in front of me and nothing else around me. But we'll see how that goes. Work is going well. We had a better December than we expected. Generally speaking, December, even though it's a full month, effectively it's a 3-week month with the people we deal with closing down, everything else kind of just ramping down, especially for the last week and even the first week of January as well. So everything's going well there. Work, I love my job, as I mentioned before. It's a fantastic company to work for, and here's hoping 2021 gets us back on track to where we hoped 2020 would lead us before the world went on fire. Of course, we did have Christmas and New Year just gone, and I've seen some of the videos of what I received for Christmas as gifts, which will lead into more unboxing videos. There was also gift exchange via the Cage Hierarchy, Kate Nix on the Discord, which saw me get this absolutely fantastic Lucha mask from Ophidian Cobra, Closet Champion. It is a design of his and it is absolutely fantastic. They do make masks to order. If you're interested in getting one, I'll put a link in the description below to Closet Champion. If you're a wrestler, the quality is fantastic. If you're not a wrestler and you're just a collector or you would just like a bespoke mask, I'm sure they can accommodate your needs. They have many videos showing how they work, especially if you're a Patreon. So this mask I'm very, very happy with. I would heartily recommend if you're looking for a wrestling mask or if you're looking for wrestling gear, Closet Champion is a great place to put in an order. I also treated myself to a new bed, which you can see on the screen at the moment. It's a lot more comfortable than my previous bed. The previous bed was designed for someone a lot smaller than me. So I have passed that on to Josh, so he has my old double bed and he's told me it's fantastic. I'm getting amazing night's sleep on the bed that I have just now, and it's from a company called Crazy Cheap Beds, which you will get a link in the description below for them as well. Heartily recommend them, delivered quickly within a matter of days, easy to put together. The frame has a lovely texture to it rather than being smooth metal, and it's a sturdy bed. It's very comfortable and I'm extremely happy with it. I also finally got a new PC. That should be delivered tomorrow, so I'll be spending the course of the week transferring files from my old PC to my new PC and getting that set up. I did also get a new microphone, so that leaves me to get a new webcam and a ring light to complete the setup that I'm going for. I also need to get some kind of digital recorder so that when I'm doing the unboxing videos, because at the moment the microphone is a USB microphone, but it will need something to go into to be able to record the audio when I'm doing videos on the unboxing or just general videos in there. But it does mean with the new setup that there will be more videos done from the PC itself. I also revamped how we do the unboxing videos, which I'll talk about a bit more later as well. So there are some changes coming to the channel, even though they'll still be the things that you enjoy from what we do. But to turn things a bit more serious for a minute too, 2021, only an idealist would have thought that stroke of midnight on January the 1st, 2021, that the world would fix itself. That obviously isn't going to happen. There are bright spots that 2021 is going to see us come out of the current situation we're in, with the vaccines, with Joe Biden being inaugurated as US president. Obviously I'm in the UK, but who is in office in the US does unilaterally affect the world. It's no exaggeration to say so. And the current situation with Trump is fucking disgraceful. Now, as I say, I'm a UK citizen. I'm a Scotsman living in Wales, but I have plenty of friends in the US, and I monitor this closely with what's going on. And for 4 years, this guy has done absolutely nothing presidential. He has shown himself to be what most people knew is a openly sexist, racist, misogynist. He's a xenophobe, he's a class elitist, and he will throw anyone under the bus when they're no longer useful to him, which is what we're seeing firsthand right now. What he caused, and he caused this, don't let anyone fool you that it was a few simple minded people. Do not let them use mental illness as an excuse for what these people did. Donald Trump set this up. He planned this for months. He has been planning this ever since he lost the election in November. He is king of the gaslighters. He set up his army to storm the Capitol building in the US. People died. It was an insurrection that has been used by most sane-minded people to say what this is. It's calling a spade a spade. He incited this. From reports, he was giddy with glee when the riot and the insurrection was ongoing. If you compare and contrast, there was a video from the BBC, I'll link down in the description below as well. There was a video from the BBC where they did a compare and contrast. His speech to the Trump mob on Wednesday compared to his pre-prepared statement on the Thursday where he threw that mob under the bus. He is an embarrassment. He is a danger. He needs to be dealt with. The full scale of what was going on Wednesday is only now being looked into, but there were calls, the mob were calling to hang Mike Pence, who is Trump's vice president, don't forget. The mob was violent. They were well prepared. There's a picture going around of a guy with zip tie cuffs, not just zip ties, but they were already prepared in cuff format. They were prepared to take hostages. They were prepared to harm, if not execute, those hostages at the behest of the current president. They erected a gallows. There were bombs found, pipe bombs found. There was a truck found with guns, ammunition, and Molotov cocktails. There were actions taken away from Washington, D.C. and in other states as well. This was a pre-planned, intentional coup attempt. And it made me think, not to downplay what's going on, it made me think of the TV show Jericho, which was set in the aftermath of an insurrection and during the Second American Civil War. This is what these people are trying to do now. And I can't comprehend how people can't see through Trump and his lies. And part of it is I believe that he has preyed on those who were closet racist, sexist, misogynist, xenophobes, and gave them a platform to speak their mind. Because if the President of the United States talks like me, why can't I talk like me? That's their mindset. And the contrast, again, not just with the President, but with Fox News especially, but with the right-wing press and various other people like that, when Donald Trump won, and it was no one cares about your feelings, don't cry about it. There's plenty of people being pulled up where it's, if the Republicans lost, we would accept it graciously. That is being shown not to be the case at the moment, and I have genuine worries for my friends in America. I have genuine worries about the inauguration of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as his vice president. I genuinely believe people on the cult of Trump are going to try something. But I also don't believe that it should be a closed door ceremony for the inauguration, because that will strengthen their resolve and show the cult of Trump that their actions work. We have to show these people that it does not work. The fact that when you watch, and I apologize for going on so much about this, but I do believe it needs to be said, the fact that these people were live streaming themselves, including Republican politicians, were live streaming themselves, taking selfies, brazenly allowing their picture to be taken, saying their names, saying who they were. They genuinely believed there would be no consequences for their actions. They genuinely believed that because the president had urged them to do so, they were in the right and there would be no consequences. Compare and contrast this with the BLM protests in the middle of 2020 after George Floyd died, and various other things happened from there, Breonna Taylor. And look at what happened there when there were almost, we've seen unmarked police cars before, but these were unmarked police. They were out in force with high caliber weapons, and they were shooting and tear gassing and rubber bulleting people in the face, grabbing equipment from reporters, without these protests being violent. Yet when this one happened, there was nothing there. If reports are to be believed, Trump even hindered the National Guard being set out. So in this situation, a lot needs to be done. I don't have the answers. I'm halfway across the world, and I'm terrified that over the next 2 weeks before Biden is actually inaugurated, and even after that, this is going to lead to a second civil war. And that is unfathomable to me. But here we are. It's the reality we live in. So to my American friends, stay strong. Know that I'm with you as practically as I can. To the American people, if anyone is watching this, stay strong. I hope that you see Trump for what he is. I hope that there are a number of those who voted him in 2016 see what he is and are appalled. I hope those who voted for him in 2020 have seen what he is like as a loser and are appalled. And I hope that the worst fears that we have are just that, fears. They are not realised. And I hope that once Biden is in and once the lockdowns start to cease, hopefully with the vaccines being given out, we move towards a more rational train of thought. After that rather unexpectedly lengthy and heavy rant, I apologise for the excessive length of it. To bring it round to lighter content, getting me through the lockdown and getting me through the isolation and getting me through everything at the moment has been the content creators online. Cultaholic, Kinda Funny, Triple Jump. There's so many. They're on YouTube. On Twitch, I want to give a massive shout out to 3 content creators in particular who have really helped in the last couple of weeks, last couple of months. First up is Kate Nix, who regular viewers will know I'm a huge fan of. This is one of the shirts you can get from her merch store. It's her husband, Ophidian Cobra. This is one of his masks. They are fantastic musicians. Ophidian's been joining in a lot more. Fantastic costume makers, fantastic mask designers and creators, and the live streams from them have been a joy, along with the fan base that comes with it. People say online friends aren't real friends. Friends are friends. It's just the medium and the location of where you hang out with them that changes. And the people who follow the Catriarchy are a fantastic group of people, and it's always a joy to jump in with live streams, watch-alongs, and various other content, and just the general goodness that comes from there. There'll be links in the description for there. Another is Bright Kelly and his wonderful wife Mal, who are expecting their first child. So congratulations there. I believe this is the first video diary entry where I've been able to say that. Bright Kelly, also part of a band called The Great Enough. He does a number of different sessions during the week on Twitch also, and the Monday method is a fantastic one where it's stripped back. Occasionally there's guests on there, other times it's just chat, going over some things, merch ideas, creative process. And then there's the Songs from the Big Chair, which is normally a Thursday, which is a weekly concert among friends, and it's fantastic. And to round out that trifecta, there's also the Battlefield Collective, who are more recent to my Twitch watching. It's been, I'd say, a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Found them via a raid and have been tuning in ever since. It's Evan and Stephanie. They do fantastic covers. They also have amazing original works, and they do regular concerts. They're on, I believe, 4 times a week. So there'll be a link in the description for those as well, and I heartily recommend you checking them out. The content is always fun, the chat is always breezy, and I'm just counting down the days until their original works are available for sale, because I really need to own copies of their work, especially a song called Angela, which has a deeper meaning, which I'm still to find out the full backstory of. However, that song is amazing, and you get to hear it on the stream. There's a continual queue and request system on the stream, so you can get the songs you want played, and it's just a fantastic time for everyone. I was with them until 3:30 this morning, just because it's so much fun. So as I said, there'll be links in the description below for Kate Nix, Bright Kelly and the BF Collective. I heartily recommend you check them out if you haven't already, and if you have, give them a follow, give them a subscribe if you haven't done so. Keep up to date with everything and just enjoy the shows. Speaking of enjoying the shows, we will be having more unboxings. I'm looking to see what I'm going to do next, and I'm torn between the Deathstroke figure or the 4 Batman Dark Knight Rises figures, Batman, Catwoman, Bane, Joker. I mentioned that we've done a new format for the unboxing videos where there's an opening, which is the standard shot, but now it's close up, which I believe is more beneficial because the focus of the unboxing are the figures, not me, not Josh. So I don't know how it will work with the Deathstroke figure because it's a bit bigger. We may do that in the original format, but whenever we're going to be doing smaller figures, which are 1/12 scale under, we'll be doing the close-up version, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy what we're doing. I am still working on top 10 movies 1984, which for me was the best year for movies. So look out for that, look out for more content, look out for movie reviews. We will be doing a Royal Rumble predictions, Josh and I, and we'll just see where the year takes us. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with me. Please wear a mask whenever you're out and about, look after yourself and look after each other. So keep yourself safe, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.